everyone! My name is Hope, and I sing like Miley Cyrus, dance like Lady Gaga, and I look prettier than Kendall Jenner. To be precise, my mom wants me to be like that. In reality, it's even hard for me to justify my name, Hope. From the age of 5, my mother forced me to be in various classes, trying to find my talent and make me a star. But within a few weeks of classes, surprise, they figured out that I wasn't that talented. And my mother pulled me from one class to another, and a month later, another. Here's a brief list of what I did until I turned 14. Dancing, music, painting, gymnastics, singing, a little figure skating, about 2 months of theater, and much more. Maybe I could have succeeded in something if my mother had just been a little more patient. After switching between a dozen classes, my mother began to get really upset. But that was around the time that TV programs for talented children came to the rescue. My mother now has a new hope that her Hope can become a star. That even sounds weird. From that moment on, I attended an infinite number of castings, but I was turned down at The Voice because I don't sing well enough. I was kicked out from World of Dance because I'm a terrible dancer. And they didn't even take me to America's Got Talent because I obviously did not have talent. At some point, I had already thought that maybe I needed to change my name to Hopeless. It sounds bad, but everything would be clear right away. No expectations, no complaints. The turning point was at one of these castings. Honestly, I don't even remember what it was for. And naturally, they turned me down. But they also said that she needs to go to modeling school first. Oh, this phrase set a fire in my mother's eyes. Hope, this is exactly what you need. And the very next day, I met with new people from a modeling school. I do have to say that I did very well. Because what? I need to walk around the stage? Did you see what I was doing before? And now I just needed to walk properly? Give me a stage and I'll walk all over it. Soon, I began to participate in various beauty contests, and I liked it. More precisely, I liked the attention I received at school after these competitions. My mom was much more passionate about it. She was so worried before every contest. A week before the pageant, she would get nervous. I couldn't eat chocolate because, Hope, you won't fit into your dress. I couldn't go for a walk because, Hope, you need to spend more time preparing. And I couldn't even communicate with friends because, Hope, I want to control your life even more. Every time it was a nightmare for me and a pleasure for my mom. It was strange because in 2 years, I hadn't even won a single contest. I was just a girl who showed herself well, too. But after each pageant, my mother was radiant with joy, and for a few weeks, I could be free of her training. Winter came and the holidays began. Oh, happy vacation time! I could hang out with friends all day and have fun. I could, but only because I didn't participate in the next stupid pageant. I wanted to spend time outside, but my mother just lost her mind. I literally couldn't do anything. We fought, and I just ran out of patience. My mother shouted, "This time everything is different. This is a very important competition. They will be selecting participants for Miss State." So I shouted back, "It's always different and always very important. I haven't left the house for a week. If this is the life of a model, then I pass. Take part in this contest by yourself." I ran to my room and closed the door, but I was not going to just sit quietly at home. I got dressed, opened the window, and jumped into the snowdrift that was against the house. I was so happy to finally get out. I missed my friends so much. We were having snowball fights, rolling downhill, making snow angels. In short, I felt like a child, and I missed that. Someone bought a big sled, and we decided to ride it down the hill together. As soon as we started, I immediately felt like we were going too fast, and we had absolutely no way to brake. We were knocked off course, and we crashed into a pole. Lifting our heads, exchanging glances with each other, we began to laugh. Oh, that was awesome! This is adrenaline! Let's do it again! But when I tried to get up, I felt a terrible pain in my leg. It was as if my ankle just filled with pain, and it was so strong that I immediately began to cry. I was afraid to even look down. My friends loaded me onto the sleigh and took me to the hospital. As we drove, there were so many thoughts in my head that I could not even sift through all of them. The only clear thought was, the pageant is tomorrow. Oh damn, I have to tell my mom about this. At the hospital, they x-rayed my ankle. No fracture was found, but the doctor said that I damaged my ligaments, that my leg should be cast, and that I needed to rest. Mom came into the office at the exact moment that they were putting the cast on me. She was not just upset, she was broken. It seemed to me that she was disappointed in life. We drove home in silence. Mom fed me and helped me to get to my room. I heard her cry later. Stupid sleighs, why did I have to go sledding right before the contest? I felt guilty, and I was very ashamed. I wanted to redeem myself and called my girlfriends to get them to help me think of a plan. We thought and planned for a long time. In the evening, I announced to my mother, we're going to participate in the pageant tomorrow. End of discussion. This revived my mom a little, but she was skeptical and more worried about my leg. But I was unstoppable. During the night, we remade my dress so that it completely covered my legs. And we also figured out the rest of the contest. On the day of the competition, it was the first time that I had ever felt self-confident because I clearly knew what I was going to do. Besides, I really wanted to make my mother happy. We thought it through. I came out during the introduction of participants without crutches, but with the help of 2 guys in cool suits. It immediately drew attention to me. I was taken to the talent competition on a sleigh, and I sang a cheerful song about winter. Isn't that ironic? And only on the final defile, when I put on a little black dress, did everyone see my leg was in a cast. How can you even look at the other participants when there's a girl on stage on crutches? I felt like all eyes were glued on me. I was shining. Never before have I felt so light and comfortable on stage. Then the time finally came for the results. Unfortunately, I didn't win the contest, but I was given the Audience Choice Award and I received a standing ovation. I didn't need this crown. I already felt like a queen. It was my biggest success out of any of those contests. After returning home, my mother and I just glowed with happiness. Then we talked and came to a compromise. If I hadn't run away, all of this wouldn't have happened, and today I became Miss Loser again. But if my mother didn't force me to prepare, then I wouldn't have been able to organize myself. We agreed to find a balance where we'll both be happy. What did you do as a child? Was it your choice, or did your parents make it for you? Tell us in the comments below. And be sure to share this story with your friends.